think you would have still become the musician that you are today if your parents wouldn't have kind of put you in this direction, and maybe you wouldn't have
I would be
your
nowhere.
brother Nick Carter? No.
I would be nowhere if it
do you
wasn't
think
for
you'd
my
do?
parents,
Yeah.
not for my brother. I mean, I love my brother, but my brother would be nowhere either if it wasn't for our parents as well, you know? And my parents sacrificed their own lives for the happiness of their children to pursue their dreams. My brother, you know, he was singing on a stump when he was 11 years old in the backyard, and I was standing with him, looking up at him, watching him sing Frank Sinatra songs. And my mom caught him and was like, "Oh my God, you're so good." And immediately she put him in schooling, and Nick started doing Star Search, and then he auditioned for the Backstreet Boys, and he got the Backstreet Boys. And then, you know, I looked up to my brother so much that, you know, he was my big brother. Of course I wanted to be like my big brother. You know, that's the mentality of a little brother, you know, is that they want to do what the big brother does, especially if the big brother is doing good at it, you know. So I wanted to do the same thing, and I followed suit after my brother. A year after my brother got the job for the Backstreet Boys. So it didn't take much longer than that, you know.
And you never really felt pressured or anything? Because, you know, I remember when I was a kid, I don't know, maybe 8, 9 years old, something like that, pretty much 20 years ago. I mean, I read about you in our
20 years ago.
papers.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
definitely. You know, it was Aaron Carter, crush on you and whatnot.
You make me
and-
feel like I'm 50 years old.
No, but seriously, it's the truth. You were one of our childhood heroes, you know.
Oh my God.
And it's kind of, and you, sometimes there were these articles explaining how dangerous also it can be, of course, for successful kids to be kind of like, I don't know.
Well, I told you about the part of it. The Xanax part is what it is. That's what it is. That's what happens. As you go from being a child star, a teen star. See, I was a child star, a pre-teen star, a teen star, and now I'm working on being
the tween
an adult.
and tween star, if you can say that.
Yes, and the difficulty is that it's a roller coaster. So it's like you get this really adrenaline high, and then it comes down a little bit, and then you got to work your way up to get back up again. And then, you know, so it's always constantly like this. Always constantly up and down and up and down. And that takes a toll on people, especially when you did it as a little kid, you know, and then you're trying to like amount the same success or what I'm doing now to what I had then. And that's I'm never gonna be 12-year-old Aaron again.
And you need a good safety net of people around you who kind of also look out for you. If you look back those 20 years or whatnot, who was really there for you? Who are the people who kind of, no matter if you have success or not, who was really there for you, Aaron Carter?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're a good believer in yourself, but I mean,
Yeah.
some friends, family, you know, showbiz, as we all know, it can be kind of a.
I mean, my manager
superficial,
right
of
here,
course.
he's been with me for, you know, 8 years now.
Jason?
Yeah, Jason. So he's
Good
been
job,
there.
Jason.
He's been one of the only people that's kind of been a good rock for me.
Yeah.
And
Who supports you on a.
on a non-judgmental type of level.
Yeah,
and
it's beautiful
somebody
to
who's-
hear. Beautiful
yeah,
to hear,
he's
yeah.
like one of the only people that's been like that.
It's tough.
My
isn't
twin
it?
sister, Angel,
Yeah.
she's been there and been my rock too. And
It's good that you also have someone in your family being
Yeah.
there for you. Yeah, that's
yeah.
But it's also tough at the same time. You know, if you think, I mean, show business is really tough, and you're kind of in that whole shark's pond, you know, swimming around and trying to make your way. But at the same time, it's
Yeah, I mean, it's really difficult because the people who know me, who get to know, like, I live a couple of different lives, you know? And I have to step in and out of them. And I have to feel sane doing that, you know? And that's weird sometimes. You know, and what I'm trying to do with my life now is just kind of make them one, you know? Not feel like I have to be a certain way with my
So be
girlfriend or
congruent with-
my manager, and then
Right.
step into an interview and then be different with you. I don't want to do that.
No, I feel you're 100% yourself. I seldomly get that from an interview partner.
Oh, really?
But it's a real pleasure talking to you, Aaron, man.
Thanks,
Seriously.
man. Yeah. Honestly, it's funny. When I sat down here with you, I kind of had an epiphany moment. I was like looking at you, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You
That's
know?
good. That's good.
Like,
I like
instead of,
people
like,
keeping it real with me.
yeah, but really real, and then do that from here on out.
That's good. That's good.
You know?
That's good. I think it's working out just perfectly so far.
Thanks.